Welcome to Recording School Online Videos. In this video tutorial, we're continuing on from the previous one, where we're manipulating drums for fun and profit, you might say. What makes the difference between a home recording and a Hollywood production really has so much to do with the wit and intelligence of the producer, and many of the tricks and ear candy he creates. Well, that's what we're showing you here, is how to create some ear candy, and some of the tricks that you hear on the radio all the time. Now, in the previous video, we focused on creating a backwards flyby snare. We'll hear that back before we continue on. So what we did was we just pulled that snare out of the original track by making an additional copy, flipped it around backwards, added some nice, really nice reverb, and then panned it to do a flyby from left to right. Should be noted, we're only panning the verb and not the initial track. Now we're going to duplicate this again and do some more. Duplicate track. We'll show you how easy this is. And we want to take a different snare this time and do something completely unique to it. So let's have a listen. Let's take this guy right here. But this time, what I'm going to do is cut out around that snare. And let's pick one more. That looks fine. Okay, now I'm going to remove everything else because we don't want the additional track getting in the way. Take that out, and one at the end. There we go. Now, of course, if we play that at this point, it'll just sound the same. So, just sounds a little louder. So what we want to do now is that we have that separate data, is send it to something completely different. We want to create kind of a nice spatial effect with that. And so let's add effect channel. And for this, we'll add a nice delay. Let's put it in sync. Get a longer feedback. Take the cross delay out. We're running through a filter. We want to brighten that filter up a bit. You can use any delay for this. This one has some very nice features. And we want to make sure it's kind of extreme in the filtering. Now, we're only putting that on our new snare. In other words, we're totally changing the drum sound without actually ruining or even messing with the initial tracks at all. We always have those. Okay. Let's see what that sounds like. Might want to bring it down a hair. Let's tighten that up. Let's see. Go for something really tight. More obvious. Take it back. And let's just work with it closely for a second so you can really fine-tune it. Kind of like a dub snare. Okay. And the sky's the limit here. So now what we want to do is just to make that sound as good as possible. Is we're going to the return channel of the effect, of the delay, and we're going to insert a reverb just on the return track of the effect. Let's see. Let's get something with some space to it, some size. And let's have a listen. Very cool. We've taken just a very straight up, simple drum track and turned it into something our own, something unique. Let's hear that back. Now, this just shows you how you can take your wave file and edit it visually to create something completely your own. And let's take this just a little further, just to let you get the juices flowing in your mind of ideas. I'm going to go to that second one, and I'm going to process it a couple of ways. I want to reverse that one too, just because it works so well. But what if stretch it just a little bit longer so that it's different from the first one. Pretty wild. Now, let's take it even further. As you can see, you can get quite carried away with this. Let's reverse it back and make it more subtle on the second one. So, and reverse it. Now, remember, it's longer. Go to that data. It's longer than the other one. Let's see. Bring it down a little bit. And let's see what we got. And there you have it, just a couple of ideas to keep you busy in your studio late at night. Thanks for watching. Check out all our videos at Recording School Online.